Good evening and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Experts say there's been an increase in delivery text scams being sent to unsuspecting consumers. And this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Carice Jackman spoke with a federal agency about how scammers often impersonate, as well as an expert on how you can avoid getting your personal information stolen. Here's that story this evening.
You look down at your phone and see this, a text message claiming to be from the post office, saying your package is at a warehouse but can't be delivered. It'll then ask you to confirm your address at the link below within 12 hours. Only it's not the post office. It's an imposter trying to get your personal information.
How frustrating is it, as somebody that works for USPS, as an inspector, to hear that people are pretending to do what you all do every day?
It's constant. We constantly hear about this issue, and that's why we've taken significant steps to sit down with the media, let the public know that those text messages are smishing. They're not from the Postal Service. So they're looking for your feedback or you to click on that link that's contained in the text message, and they're looking for your personal identifying information to commit identity theft, to infect your device or computer with malware, or they might also take you to a link for a payment of some sort, claiming for a redelivery fee. Know that the Postal Service does not charge for a redelivery fee.
The U.S. Postal Service has put out alerts about this scam commonly called smishing. Martel says they're warning customers not to click on the link.
The Postal Service will not send you a text message from a strange email address. It will typically come from a 5-digit phone number. The Postal Service will not send you a link in a text message. And the Postal Service will not send you an unsolicited text message. You have to sign up for those alerts.
It's not just the federal government these fraudsters are pretending to be.
Really what scammers are doing to try to steal from you via text is impersonate very well-known shipping companies.
Julia Porter, vice president of RoboKiller, a spam call and text blocker app, says since 2017, the delivery scam text has been a popular choice for scammers. According to RoboKiller, Americans received 78 billion robotexts in the first half of 2023 alone. Their findings also found that Americans received 1.1 billion robotexts in December related to delivery scams, which Porter says shows more proof that scammers believe text messages are one of the most effective ways to target consumers, especially when the holidays roll around.
The scam of choice for spammers usually is the one that is most impactful to consumers. And so, just encouraging everyone out there to be on the lookout for those.
So what can you do? Porter says ignore the messages altogether and try to avoid giving your information, particularly your phone number. Also, consider downloading a text blocking app if you're really concerned about the alerts coming to your phone. Simple steps you can take to avoid getting tricked via text. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Carice Jackman.
Now, along those lines, if you do receive a text related to this, the USPS says just email them and report it to them. In our next story tonight, it's that time of year when bears start coming out of hibernation, especially now as winter becomes more mild. And yes, that includes here in Arizona. I know the last few years we have seen a number of bear sightings, so no surprise here. Our national investigative team explains why it's important to be more bear aware year-round.
The bear's second time, and that's when it went down.
David Montano says it happened so fast.
It was one of the neighbors that said, hey, the bear's got Steven, grab your gun.
His neighbor, Steven Jackson, sitting outside drinking a cup of coffee on a morning in June of 2023 when a bear attacked him.
It all happened so fast. It was an instance of, okay, I want to do everything I can to try to save his life. And it was 100% focused on just trying to save his life and spare him. Unfortunately, that's not the outcome that happened.
Steven, just the second person killed by a bear in Arizona since the state started tracking attacks in the 90s. The state's Game and Fish Service says the bear attacked Steven unprovoked. It tested negative for rabies and was otherwise healthy.
I mean, this is exceedingly rare. In fact, I don't know that I've ever been a part of anything like this in my life.
The bear that attacked Stephen was a black bear.
While attacks, especially deadly ones, are extremely rare, as you can see, black bears are starting to show up in new places. This Connecticut town, just 10 miles west of the state capital, looks quiet. But in May 2023, a bear scare.
All of a sudden I hear bear, 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 there's a bear.
This bakery employee says she was preparing an order when she came face to face with a black bear.
I shut this door and I came around like this and wanted to shut this door, but as soon as I kind of got about here, the bear turned and came back in this direction.
The bakery girls get pots and pans, like start banging it. We don't know if that's good or if that's bad.
The noise startled the bear, but not before it gobbled up 50 cupcakes and a few slices of coconut cake. In fact, wildlife experts say bears will eat just about anything they can get their paws on.
There's so much opportunity to find food from garbage and bird feeders, compost, backyard chickens. They're finding enough food to survive and are choosing to stay there.
In Vermont, Jacqueline Como leads the Black Bear Project for the Fish and Wildlife Service. She says the agency is getting more reports of what she calls conflicts between people and bears.
We're getting to a point where we're getting overwhelmed with being able to respond. But also, more importantly, it just means more opportunities for people to experience, property damage from bears. And again, it really puts both bears and people's safety at risk when we have these just repeated like close encounters with bears.
The Vermont Fish and Wildlife Service says there are about 6,000 bears in the state, more than double from just 50 years ago. According to the National Park Service, there are more than 900,000 bears across North America. Our team found there's no reliable data on the number of black bears in the U.S., but many states track at the local level. Wisconsin's black bear population tripled over the last 3 decades, and Pennsylvania's more than quadrupled over 50 years. According to an organization operated by bear biologists across the country, there are 2 major reasons we're seeing more bear encounters over the last 3 years. More people visiting state and national parks, particularly during the pandemic. And 2, tech is everywhere. Doorbell cameras, home surveillance systems, body cameras, all capturing these encounters. Back in Avon, Connecticut, down the street from the Cupcake Bandit.
Your presentation pointed out to me the main problem. We have too many bears.
A representative from the state's environmental agency says bears are getting more comfortable in Connecticut neighborhoods. The National Park Service says if you do happen to encounter a bear, you should stand still, slowly wave your arms, and speak calmly. Bottom line, make the bear recognize you as a human.
We leave you once again with a live look of the Tucson metro area with that beautiful sunset. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're having a great week, and we hope you find some time to join us for 13 News Live at 10 for more of your news and weather. Even if not, we hope you have a great night, and we'll see you soon.